Is your board relationship sound? Because if it isn't, your fundraising becomes harder, your staff becomes frustrated, board meetings become exhausting, and sooner or later, your mission begins to suffer. The good news: most executive director board relationships can be dramatically improved once you understand just 5 principles. Stay with me because one of them may completely change the way you lead. Hello, I'm Guy Williams, founder of Community Lifters. Over the past 5 decades, I've helped organizations grow, recover, and navigate difficult transitions. One lesson has become incredibly clear: healthy nonprofits aren't built by great executive directors alone, nor are they built by great boards alone. They're built by great partnerships between the two. Unfortunately, many nonprofits unintentionally create an us versus them relationship. The board thinks the executive director isn't communicating enough. The executive director thinks the board is micromanaging. Both become frustrated and everyone loses. Research published in Nonprofit Management and Leadership found that board members and executive directors often have very different perceptions of how well their organization is governed, even when serving the exact same nonprofit. That gap is where conflict usually begins. Before we go there, to make sure you never miss on the tools we provide for busy leaders like you. So, why not pause this video and smash the subscribe button so you won't miss the one gem that will bless your ministry and all it serves. Now back to the video. Here's what I find fascinating. The strongest nonprofit organizations don't have fewer disagreements. They simply know how to disagree without damaging trust. And here's what they do differently. Principle number 1: know your lane. The board governs, the executive director manages. When boards begin managing staff, or executive directors begin bypassing board oversight, confusion follows. Healthy organizations understand the difference between governance and management. Principle number 2: communicate early. Bad news doesn't improve with age. The best executive directors don't wait until board meetings to discuss problems. They communicate early. Likewise, great boards don't shoot the messenger. They ask good questions and help solve problems. Trust grows when communication becomes routine instead of reactive. Principle number 3: stay mission focused. Healthy boards don't make decisions based upon personalities. Healthy executive directors don't defend their own preferences. Both continually ask, what best advances our mission? When the mission becomes the center of every conversation, personal conflict usually shrinks. Principle number 4: build mutual trust. One of the most important discoveries in organizational psychology is the concept of psychological safety. People make better decisions when they feel safe discussing problems honestly. That applies to nonprofit leadership as well. Executive directors should never fear telling the board difficult news. Boards should create an environment where transparency is rewarded, not punished. Principle number 5: remember you're on the same team. I've watched organizations where the board viewed the executive director as an employee to control. I've also seen executive directors treat the board like an obstacle. Neither approach works. Both have been entrusted with the same mission, different responsibility, one purpose. When that mindset changes, everything changes. In conclusion, Scripture reminds us in Proverbs 15:22, plans fail for lack of counsel, but with many advisors, they succeed. That is exactly what a healthy board should be, not an adversary, but wise counselors helping the executive director accomplish the mission God has entrusted to the organization. So let me leave you with one question. If someone observed your last 3 board meetings, would they say your board and executive director are working as partners or opponents? Because your answer may reveal the single greatest opportunity to strengthen your nonprofit. You know, if this video was helpful, I'd appreciate it if you'd like, subscribe, and share it with another executive director or board member. Together, we can build healthier nonprofits that make an even greater impact for God's glory and the good of our communities. May God richly bless you, and by all means, keep your focus on the mission.